So my name is Jim, I'm 52 years old. Last September, I went to see my doctor. My sugars had been high for a while, and my blood pressure was up, and she said, you know, you're at the end of your blood pressure medication. We need to do something about it. So, and she wanted me to do the conventional thing and go see a nutritionist or a dietitian or whatever. I said, no, I want to go see Dr. Maurer. So we did blood work, and the blood work came back, and my A1C was 7.4, I think it was, which was higher, way higher than it should be. And so I started the diet, dietary guidelines of 6 grams of carbohydrates with my morning meal, 12 grams at lunch, and 12 grams with dinner. You could see the numbers went from high and erratic down to lower and more steady. And so when I went to see her a couple of days later, she looked at the book and she said, I was going to ask you to go on Metformin, but looking at your numbers, it looks like maybe you can do it without doing that. As far as trying to stay on this for the rest of my life, I have the rest of my life to do it. And all I really have of the rest of my life is right now. And when I leave here, maybe I'm gonna go home and have some lunch. And what am I gonna have? What am I gonna choose to have? And the rest of my life could end today, or it could be 30 years from now. I think if I hadn't made the changes I've made now, I probably wouldn't have made it out of my 50s. And if I did, I probably wouldn't be in very good shape. My motivation isn't really to go to a hospital and have blood drawn and see my numbers come down. That's not really a good motivation, although I like it when I see it, and it's indicating that I'm on the right track. What's good motivation for me is that I can see I'm getting fitter, and I'm wearing smaller clothes all the time, and I feel good. I sleep much, much better than I ever did. I feel rested. I feel really rested. My wife has been after me to times past to go get looked at for sleep apnea. That's gone. She doesn't hear that anymore. So that's a good thing. So I think my motivation is my wife, my family, to be good and healthy for them, and to keep that for as long as I can. That's my motivation. It's fun. I can play with my kids now in ways that I couldn't before, because I was too big. I was 70 pounds heavier 6 months ago. So it's a big deal for me to have that, and I like that. So that's my motivation. I don't consider myself a diabetic because I'm not having those kind of blood sugar responses. And I think my blood sugars are better than non-diabetics, and they're certainly more stable than non-diabetics. Non-diabetics can go up to, if you look at the guidelines, they can go up to, is it 170, 2 hours after a meal, and 2 hours after a meal, I'm usually 95. So I'm not getting that swing. Before I would go up and stay up and not come down so well, but now I'm not even going up there at all. So I think that's a huge improvement, and I want to keep that.